So this video is really a side story of another video I made about an apartment I lived in for $150 a month. And I'll go ahead and include a link to that video in the description below. But because I lived in that apartment, it gave me the freedom to try some things that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to. One of those things was to try to buy a house that I could fix up. My goal was to find a home that the owner would be willing to finance. In other words, a scenario where I would make payments to the owner instead of getting a bank loan. After driving around and making some phone calls, I eventually connected with a guy that had a rental gone wrong that he was willing to owner finance. Once you see what it looked like inside, you'll know exactly why. The experience was definitely something I look back on as an adventure. And one thing I feel I've learned throughout my life is how important it is to pursue things that make you feel like you're living your own exciting story. The interesting thing that happens once your goal is to be on an adventure is that you tend to look at failure very differently. Because even though trying something you've never done, having new experiences, and taking a risk are all things that could possibly fail, without them, there is no adventure. It's a perfect example of how a small adjustment in perspective can end up making a big difference. So if you've ever wondered if the condition of a house could be so extreme that the very act of rehabbing it would qualify as an adventure, then this video is for you.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Pierce, and we're looking at a house today that I bought about 3 days ago. I called on a different house. I was not interested in doing a deal on that. He said, but I've got another one. I already got the dumpster in it, and boy, do we need it. The person that owned this house had about 16 animals, I've been told. I do know back there that there's 11 dog houses, 2 cat cages, a bird cage, full standing bird cage, 2 aquariums, a horse trough, and that's just the animal housing. It needs a miracle, and that's what we're all about, miracles. So let's check it out. Okay, now what we get to experience that you don't is the smell, and it's pretty incredible. The good thing about this one is it's pretty much ready to use right now. In fact, I could probably snack on some of this for lunch. We've got, obviously just mainly cleaning the kitchen. Like I said, these people were a little bit different. And all the drawers have been taken out. All the doors, all these drawers down here. Moving into the living room here, the door has been nailed shut. Looks like it's been kicked in. There's no carpet in here, so this will all have to be cleaned out. Looks like we have some roof leaking going on, so we'll have to address that. Flooring will have to be put in. Here's bedroom number 1, a delight. I'm sure they probably had animals living inside the house as well. This is probably the worst of the sheetrock that needs to be done here. I don't know what the goal that they were trying to achieve here is, but we'll have to do something with that. More of the same over here. Here's a bathroom. You can take a look in there. The cool thing about this is dealing with something like that. I mean, that right there is just capital F-U-N. We're all about it. So here's the one and only bathroom in the house. This will need some tender loving care. And then this would be considered the master bedroom. The guy that sold it to me pointed this out, that this lady had all kinds of medication and stuff, and I think he even said syringes. Whether that prescription is theirs or not, it's just always interesting. So here's the house, home sweet home.
A lot of soul.
Looks a little bit different. It's still not a dream come true yet. Water heater, you may not believe it, but that does not work. That's actually a piece of trash, contrary to what you may think. Is this normal, Jeff? Have you ever seen this kind of thing?
Yeah.
Show them how it's not on the ground.
Built a platform for it, and as you can see, it's halfway in the attic, halfway out of the attic. Washing machine sitting right underneath.
Apparently that water heater had busted. You can see it up in there. And so all of this sheetrock had water damage, and so went ahead and cut it out. Gonna put some new sheetrock. Tore a bunch of the old school paneling, ripped that off, and just basically cleaned up the rooms. Here's the update from the toilet. This was overflowing, the toilet was overflowing. When I cleaned that toilet out, it was so brown it was almost black. I've got a real special treat. I'm gonna show you what was inside that toilet. Go ahead and film inside this bucket. I didn't know exactly what these were, but I'm gonna dump this out. These are live creatures in here. This is what was in the toilet. What would you say that was?
I don't want to know.
There was probably 100 of them in there. So Jeff, explain what's going on here.
Apparently there's a blockage in this sewer line between this point and to the main. We got to get the blockage out where the toilet can go back to running. We can have people take a bath without staining in their own feces or anyone else's feces.
And what's that standing next to you?
This is called a sewer snake.
So that's traveling
Down the pipe.
down a pipe to the main sewer line.
Right. I tell them about this nasty black stuff coming out. It hasn't been done in a long time.
An old washcloth. You think that's it?
Yeah. Washcloths and tree roots.
The second round, we're halfway through. I got a haircut. Not that, you know, the house isn't the only thing that has changed. I went through a remodel. Take a peek in here. I got a new water heater, and the water heater actually had a wood structure here that was putting it halfway into this room and then halfway up into the ceiling. Demoed it out, took it down, rerouted the copper, put a new washer box in, make it possible to now go ahead and do the sheetrock. This actually used to have a fireplace that was right here, and it was an aluminum paneling, and it had insulation between it, and then you had your fireplace sitting there. So I went ahead and took it out, framed it up. We're just gonna get rid of the fireplace. This here, a sink and toilet, came out of a remodel, so this was pretty much free, which is cool. Probably use that in the bathroom. Garage still needs to be cleaned up. There's just junk in here, and we basically painted the inside. Took all of the kitchen cabinets out just because they were in such bad condition. There was a lot of sheetrock patching. Anything that looks like it has mold, you have to cut it out. Took away a lot of useless plumbing that didn't need to be there. Put some new cutoff valves in, simplified it. Here's all the base trim. Once again, all that stuff free. They redid everything, so this was trash. And all new heat and air is going to be run from the ceiling with a new unit. Took all the light fixtures out because they were gross. The main change walking through this house is all of the holes, particularly in this room. Had holes all over the wall. Got it cleaned up. This is like you can just walk through to the bathroom through this hole, so got it patched up. Actually reframed this closet, put sheetrock on it. Here's the bathroom. Went ahead and replaced the faucet since I had it opened up. This was the old, and then this is gonna be a single handle. It's pressure balanced. Gonna get the new toilet set up in here, and then put new shutoff valves over here. Just put a simple shower surround in here. I'll probably eliminate this window. I have killed 4 rats, big rats, since being in here dealing with this. This room, same deal, patched it up, painted it. So that is what is going on in here. During the winter, there was an ice storm, and it knocked down trees all over the community. And a huge part of that tree ended up breaking off in the front yard and the backyard. It was just, everything got nailed. Took this power line out. This power line was laying on the ground. In and of itself is about the size of a tree that fell off of there. Okay, well, there's no doubt that this has been an exciting journey, and it's a journey that goes on. It's a story that lives on. We're just gonna get it done. We're gonna do some sheetrock appliances. You're gonna wish you were here. It's gonna shock you, rock you, knock you. You're gonna like it. Get yourself strapped in, because this is about to get ugly before it gets pretty.
So that house definitely went down as one of the biggest undertakings I took on during that period of my life, and also definitely went down as one of my life's adventures. But I'd be interested to know, what was something you took on that you considered to be an adventure, and how did you get past the fear of failure to try it? Let me know in the comments, and I'm sure it would be something other people would be inspired to read as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. As a creative or artist, you can spend a lifetime trying to figure out how to do things other people already know how to do easier and faster. That's why the Camp Shark Smarts YouTube channel is all about sharing simple, quick wins that reveal how to get past the challenges and onto the fun part as fast as possible. Becoming a part of the community is free, and every week I'll send you a simple, quick win that will make it easier to start, run, and grow your business. To join the email list and receive your first win, just click the link in the description. Also, make sure to let me know what you thought of today's video in the comments. And if you know of an even better solution to today's topic, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the community.